Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Today is your class number 13, and today we're going to review the future. Yes, I know, I truly understand that. This can be a little bit difficult because this is going to be your first class in totally English. So it can be a little bit hard to understand exactly what I'm saying in this moment. But don't worry, everything is fine. You have enough time to work on your activities, and I will explain you how the future works in English. It's not so difficult. Actually, this is the first tense that we see that it's created, that it doesn't have a conjugation in English. So let's start. How do you create the future in English? It's very simple. The future in English, it's made by the auxiliary will or by the conjunction of going to. So you have to understand something. Every time that you hear the word will, you probably notice that the person is speaking in future, which is true. I mean, it's speaking in future, so that's basically the context. So whenever the person is using going to, it's basically the same idea. For example, let me show you the difference between the simple future and the rest of the tenses. For example, we have I eat a tamal. This is simple present. I eat a tamal. Now, in simple past, it would be I ate a tamal. Yeah? This is simple past, remember. Now, on present continuous, it would be I am eating a tamal. Yeah? In future, it would be something like this. I will eat a tamal, or I am going to eat a tamal. Now, you have to understand that this expression and this expression, it's future. So it's something that it's not happening right now, or it's something that it doesn't happen in this moment. So it's something that will probably happen on the next hours, on the next minutes, on the next days, or probably on the next week. Nobody knows. All right? So you have to make sure that you understand the difference between those two things. Now, let's make things clear. There's always a question when the students usually ask me, teacher, but what is the difference between the present continuous with the verb go and the future going to? Here is the answer for you. Don't get confused. I will help you with the translations so this can be really easy for you to understand. It's something like this. Check this out. So if I say, I am going to my house, and then I say, I am going to go to my house, there is a difference. On the first sentence, this is present continuous. On the second sentence, this is simple future. Now, how do you understand the difference? Very simple. Now, the first one in Spanish says, I am going to my house, which means, yo estoy yendo a mi casa. Now, on the second sentence, you can understand, I am going to go to my house, which means in Spanish, yo voy a ir a mi casa. So there are two different ideas. Don't get confused. Yeah? So if you can see the difference between this and this, I do not have another verb here. It doesn't exist. But in the other sentence, I do have the second verb. So it's very important for you to pay attention for these kind of things. Every time that you're having a conversation in English, or every time that you're trying to write something in English, they are not the same. Now, on the reading part or on the grammatical part of English, yes, they are technically different. But on the context, you have to remember that sometimes the present continuous also expresses you an idea that will probably happen in the future. For example, you have to remember this as well. Teacher, what are you doing today? So we have this sentence, teacher, what are you doing today? Now, if you pay the proper attention to this, you can understand or you can see that this person that is asking me this question is asking for today. So in this day, there's a lot of hours. It's not only one. There's a lot of hours. So this means that this includes the morning, the afternoon, the evening, and in the night. So in the context part, this means that this question, you can answer that, depending on the time that you are at right now. So if, for example, somebody asks me this on the morning, then I can tell my plans for the afternoon or for the evening or for the night, depending on the activities that I'm currently doing or that I will do. So for example, this person is asking me, teacher, what are you doing today? Then I can say, for example, I will go to the gym. Now, if you can see, this is something in present continuous and this is something on simple future. So you can see the difference. In the grammatical part, like I said before, they are different, but on the context, they are basically the same. So there's no big difference at all when you're having a conversation in English. You have to pay attention on that, all right? So now, if I want to use this same expression using going to, then I can say, I am going to go to the gym. The idea is literally the same. So nothing changes, yeah? Remember that this is only to express ideas on the future, all right? So, well, this is basically the short class that I will give you today, which is the simple future. Be ready to pay attention for your activities that I'm sending you with this. So this can be completely clear and you do not have any questions. Make sure you do not have any questions, I'm sorry. So with this done, then we're all set and I'll see you for the next class, which is the present perfect. See ya.